Hello, baseball fans. Hope everybody's doing awesome out there. Haven't hit like or subscribe? Please do so. Really appreciate your support. Best way you can help me out is by hitting like and subscribe. You're going to have prizes coming down the line for subscribers just to say thank you. In fact, we have one coming out on December 24th. So make sure you hit subscribe and check out that vlog so you can get in on some awesome swag. So the San Francisco Giants, well, they're in crisis mode, that's for sure. Carlos is now a Met. Everything fell apart with some weird medical report. Be interesting if that ever comes to light. And they are now moving the plan, well, B, C, or D, depending on your perspective. They just did a massive overpay for Michael Conforto. Hopefully he'll work out. Certainly just going to be a one-year deal. But nonetheless, they do have one player. And they are pivoting to get some more arms. Something to get some excitement. When I say they should just do a rebuild. And one of the first two big trades that they're going to attempt to pull off, and I think they are going to do it based on how they've overpaid and how aggressive they're going to be now, is nobody else but Bryan Reynolds of the Pittsburgh Pirates. That's right. I know Bryan Reynolds' name has been thrown around a few times. First with the Toronto Blue Jays, before the Blue Jays went and really overspent, and they really heard the Pirates' asking price, and the Jays were like, no, that's not happening. Kind of the same thing with the Yankees and the Reds, the Cardinals, pardon me. They both had some interest, ultimately saw Pittsburgh's price and said, no way. So who is willing to overpay for Pittsburgh? That's right, it's going to be the Giants, of course, because they're in crisis mode. And there is a lot to like about Bryan Reynolds. Some reports said he's an 80% version of Juan Soto, so there's maybe some comparisons there. Maybe not Soto's numbers when he went over to the Padres. That was a disaster. But there's still a lot to like about this guy. He's young. He's under 30. He's a switch hitter. He still has great defense. Well, good defense, we'll say. And if we look at Bryan Reynolds' numbers from last year, respectable 262, 27 home runs, 74 ribbies, 7 stolen bases. So this guy has the tools, the defense, the ability to hit for power, some speed there. In fact, he has a career batting average of 281. So the 262 from last year was actually a slight dip. But based on those numbers alone, Pittsburgh wants a haul of prospects. They said this up front, like Juan Soto style. Now, a lot of people thought there'd be pressure from Pittsburgh to move Bryan Reynolds because Bryan Reynolds said, hey, I want to be traded this offseason. Management, of course, stepped up and said, oh, he's part of our future plans. We have no intention of trading him. Trust me, they're going to trade him. The only reason why they say something like that is that the value of Bryan Reynolds doesn't lower a little bit and they can max out their return. And talking about maxing out their return, looking at the Giants' prospects, they are going to gobble up at least 2 huge prospects, 2 of the top 10 of the Giants. The first one being the big pitcher, Kyle Harrison, listed number 2 in the Giants prospects, and the other one's going to be Vaughn Brown, number 10. That's right, a pitcher and an outfield complement, and maybe even a few little other pieces heading Pittsburgh's way. And these guys, the nice thing about it, especially with Harrison, is he's expected to actually make a debut next year, so it kind of fits and aligns with Pittsburgh's time frame, with their rebuild and how they're moving forward. What do you think, though? Bryan Reynolds, is that a good makeup for Carlos? I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Always appreciate to hear what you have to say. Hit like and subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll ramble on soon. Take care, guys.